Sir is joined.
Nindita, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. We are beginning shortly. Right now.
Antara is joined.
Yes, Sarah has joined. So, Utsha, you may begin.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning to Shubhi Madam and good evening to everyone present here. I, Utsha Chatterjee, final semester DGT, welcome you all to today's event where we have gathered to commemorate International Women's Day, a day dedicated to celebrating the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women worldwide. It is a day to honor the remarkable contributions of women in every sphere of life and reflect on the progress made towards gender equality. On this auspicious occasion, we are inaugurating the first issue of our digital wall magazine Inscape. This magazine serves as a platform to amplify the voices and stories of women, showcasing their resilience, strength, and diversity. Through art, literature, and personal narratives, this magazine aims to inspire and empower individuals to advocate for gender equality and women's rights. As we embark on this journey of celebration and reflection, let us reaffirm our commitment to creating a more inclusive and equitable society where every woman and girl can thrive and fulfill their potential. Together, let us strive towards a future where gender parity is not just a dream but a reality. At the outset, I call upon Sudiksha Mandal, my classmate, to sing a song. Sudiksha, please.
Please unmute yourself, Sudiksha.
Sorry. Thank you, Usta. Now I would like to sing the song Amar Hath Bandhibi Pa Bandhibi. Amar Hath Bandhibi Pa Bandhibi Mon Bandhibi Kemone Amar চোখ বান্ধিবি মুখ বান্ধিবি পরাণ বান্ধিবি কেমনে আমার হাত বান্ধিবি পা বান্ধিবি মন বান্ধিবি কেমনে আমার চোখ বান্ধিবি মুখ বান্ধিবি পরাণ বান্ধিবি কেমনে আমি না গেলাম যমুনার ঘাটে না তুলিলাম জল না হেরিলাম তারে সখী না হইলাম চঞ্চল আমি না গেলাম যমুনার ঘাটে না তুলিলাম জল না হেরিলাম তারে সখী না হইলাম চঞ্চল আমার ইচ্ছা বান্ধিবি সোহাগ বান্ধিবি অনুরাগ বান্ধিবি কেমনে আমার হাত বান্ধিবি পা বান্ধিবি মন বান্ধিবি কেমনে চোখ বান্ধিবি মুখ বান্ধিবি পরাণ বান্ধিবি কেমনে আমি না দিলাম কুলিতে কালি কলঙ্কেরি জ্বালা না হয় হইল সে মরি অঙ্গেরি মালা আমি না দিলাম কুলিতে কালি কলঙ্কেরি জ্বালা না হয় হইল সে মরি অঙ্গেরি মালা আমার ঘর বান্ধিবি পথ বান্ধিবি কপাল বান্ধিবি কেমনে আমার হাত বান্ধিবি পা বান্ধিবি মন বান্ধিবি কেমনে আমার চোখ বান্ধিবি মুখ বান্ধিবি পরাণ বান্ধিবি কেমনে থ্যাংক ইউ
Thank you, Sudiksha. Now, I request Dr. Anindita Chatterjee, ma'am, Head of the English Department of Durgapur Government College, to welcome address. Ma'am, please.
Yeah. Am I audible? Is it working fine?
Yes, Anindita.
Yes, madam.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good afternoon and greetings to all our distinguished guests today. On behalf of the Department of English, Durgapur Government College, we would like to welcome you all for being here with us today on this afternoon. We are honored and thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to make some time for us. We as a department, we have a long history. So we have a glorious history as one of the only government colleges in this entire district. And this entire department has started its journey along with the college. So this day, we chose this day to celebrate women. Because we, as we stand today in the department, we are a 6-women team. And who says women cannot stay together? I mean, we fight, we argue, and we come to an agreement, and then we raise our voice together. We stand as Team English DGC. So we choose this day, we choose to celebrate this day every year. Last year, on this day, we had organized a seminar on Durgapur's women. So on this day, we would like to present before you our digital wall magazine, and it is called Inscape. It includes our ideas, it includes our students, includes what we think together. So, and on this day, when you have been celebrating since morning, we are hearing about the resilience, we are hearing about the courage of all the phenomenal women. We are celebrating her inside, outside, everywhere, from here to there. Thank you for connecting with us on this day, on this platform, and being here to celebrate our joy. I would like to extend my warmest of welcome to all of you, and to the man who has always inspired us to do our best, to push us, our principal, sir. Thank you, sir, for giving us everything that we've always asked for being indulgent, for being patronizing, for being kind, for being like a father figure to us, for being our mentor and inspiration. Thank you to all my colleagues. Thank you to our IQ AC coordinator, to our TCS, our Teachers Council Secretary, and each one of you, all my esteemed guests, are renowned poets who have joined us from far and across. I would like to extend my warmest of welcome for being a part of Team DGC. We welcome you all with folded hands. I hope you're going to have an entertaining session. And we are going to inaugurate our digital wall magazine, the first of its kind in the college. And I hope we all have a memorable evening together. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I request our Honorable Principal Sir, Dr. Devnath Palit, to say a few words and inaugurate the digital wall magazine Inscape.
Am I audible? Anindita
Yes,
ma'am?
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Acha.
Yes,
Good
sir.
afternoon to you all. Uh, Thank you, the host of the session, Dr. Andhra Mukherjee and Anindita Chatterjee ma'am, and the entire team English DGC. That used to say, and I used to say always. Anyway, so Professor Subroto Ghosh, our Honorable Coordinator, IQAC, Dr. Subhajit Oja, Secretary, Teachers Council, Dr. Anindita Chatterjee, and Dr. Andhra Mukherjee, Dr. Nilanjana Chatterjee, Amrita ma'am, Sundita Chakraborty, and Samprita Pal. I think I have covered all of you, I think, isn't it? So, and my beloved
Yes, sir.
students, and in presence of our esteemed poets and academicians. So, without taking more times, I would like to express my deep sense of gratitude and heartfelt thanks on behalf of the entire Durgapur College family to Dr. Jaideep Sarangi, Principal New Aripur College. He is very close to us. He already visited our college and given us a wonderful lecture in presence of the English department student, as well as basically he is the state mentor of NAC team. So, sir, thank you so much once again for your gracious presence.
Thank you so
I would
much.
like to
Thank you.
also thank you, sir. Same express my sincere gratitude and heartfelt thanks to Dr. Basavi Fraser, Edinburgh, Napier University, Scotland, Dr. Ketoki Datto, Chandanagar College, Shrimati Kollani Thakur Charal, Dalit feminist poet, Dr. Shotunaka Ghosh Roy, Tarakeshwar Degree College, Mrs. Sufia Khatun, peer, media and event curator, and Dr. Jilam Chatraj, RV RB VRR College, Hyderabad. So it's my pride privilege to inaugurate this annual digital wall magazine. This is an outstanding initiative by the Department of the English. So please have a big hand on for this entire journey of this department on this occasion of the International Women's Day. And it's my I want to say one thing that not only they have organized this type of initiative, but their entire journey you know very well, all sorts of time they are the English department is the leader, I can say, in terms of the organization of the seminar, invited talk, then educational trip, then student participation. Other than they have organized very nice seminar, particularly on the toppers interaction. Perhaps you have learned that those who scored highest marks from their department, sometimes the alumni from the department they have placed in different places, and they visit the department and inspire the students. Yesterday, I also visited the department and inaugurate one outstanding, I can say, and wonderful add-on course on applied English, isn't it? So, it my privilege that I wish the department in the coming days will prosper with the students. They are very motivating, and with these few words, without wasting time, I would like to inaugurate. Obviously on the annual digital wall magazine Inscape, and wishes best wishes and my blessings to the entire department for this initiative. And once again, my sincere gratitude to all the renowned esteemed poets, academicians who have given their time despite their busy schedule. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. We now come to the moment for which we have all been eagerly waiting and preparing for a long time, the unveiling of the digital wall magazine Inscape. Before we share the screen and unveil the magazine, I would like to introduce the team behind the wall magazine. Apart from myself, this magazine has been created by Shayan Mukherjee. Shayan, can we see you?
Yes, we can see Shayan. Shayan, just unmute yourself and say hello to everyone.
Orunima Das and Kanchan Kumar Das.
Hello, ma'am.
We have been working under the guidance of our mentor, Dr. Antara Mukherjee ma'am. Now, I request
Namaste.
to present the magazine and ma'am to briefly describe it.
I'm keeping my video off so that we can all concentrate on what our students have done. Shayan, please present. So keeping in mind the theme of this year's International Women's Day, Inspire Inclusion, we have designed the cover with hands as leaves, different colors, shapes, and sizes. If we need to invest in women to accelerate progress, then we all need to understand, appreciate, and include women of all caste, creed, color, religious beliefs. That's only how we would ensure progress and sustainability. Hence, Department of English, Durgapur Government College, presents Digital Wall Magazine Inscape. The content page would give you an idea about the dominant literary form that we have adopted for our magazine, which is poetry. And in all our endeavors, we are wholeheartedly encouraged and inspired by our dynamic principal, Dr. Debnath Palit sir. The IQSC coordinator and the Teachers Council secretary are our constant supporters and well-wishers. The department, ably led by Dr. Anindita Chatterjee, function as a team, and this Digital Wall magazine is no exception to it. Our students are our support system. Kanchon, Shayon, Orunima, Utsha, I don't know what I would have done without all of you. You have made this possible. When we were discussing about the thirst area of the magazine, we felt that our curriculum includes acclaimed poets from all over the world, but excludes gems from our own state. Even amidst a galaxy of male poets, we hardly have Bengali women poets writing in English or translated into English. So we decided to work upon this exclusion, and thus we began a journey to admire, to adore, to acknowledge our own poets. In fact, we wanted to understand, we wanted to see ekti ঘাসের ওপর একটি শিশির বিন্দু. And thus, we have woven for you a poetic garland with beautiful poems written by Bengali poets in English and also translated into English on gender issues, poems that are yet to be included in the curriculum, but we hope, we dream that they would be very soon in future. In doing so, we have openly embraced diversity of profession, of faith, of age, ethnicity. We are indebted to the acclaimed poets for their prompt response and active participation. The first to feature in our magazine is none other than Dr. Songjukta Dasgupta. She hardly needs an introduction. I'm not going into the detail of the bio, but I would like to state that the poems that she has shared with us, Trapped and Again, are, if one reads them, one would really feel. I'm leaving this open to the readers without going into the content of it. We hope that we have done proper justice to the poems with illustrations, with paintings done by our students. Next, of course, is Dr. Bashabi Fraser, who again needs no introduction. Actually, nobody needs an introduction here. And, it is beyond my capacity to, even talk about them. It's with my utter humility, I can only say that I'm grateful. She has shared her poems, the next page, Shayan, please, to WRS volunteer, and a poem, Freedom Inherited. It's about a grandmother, and I hope that you are going to enjoy it thoroughly. We move on to Dr. Ketuki Dotto, and she has really given a name to us, and that is strength. Her poems, Strength, Thy Name is Woman, and Changing Roles, you find it's about a seamstress. That's all that I can say right now. I want all of you to read and enjoy. This illustration has been done by Kanchon. You see those paintings. The right one is graphics, but the left one is painted by Kanchon. We come to Dr. Shutanuka Ghoshroy, who has been very kind. She has shared 2 poems from her recent publication, Alphabets and Beyond Babel. I hope that we have been able to do proper justification to her poems, beautiful poems. Thank you so much, Dr. Ghoshroy. We move on to Dr. Jhilam Chattaraj. It's such a proud moment for me because Jhilam has shared a poem on Durgapur. The next page, please, Shayan. And which, of course, is quite obvious. Jhilam is from Durgapur. She is now based in Hyderabad, but she has remained firmly connected to Durgapur. Thank you for sharing your poem, Durgapur and Sari. We move on to the multilingual performance poet, Sufia Khatun, who has written those things that normally we, our mothers, our grandmothers, teach us not to utter. And it's so important to utter. It's so important to say what these things matter. The next poem is also A Body in a White Dressing Room. I want all my students, especially, to go through all the poems. These are beyond the curriculum, but very important. These are added to the curriculum. Finally, we come to Srimati Kollani Thakur Charal. And it's been an experience reading her, discovering her. With my limited ability, I have tried to translate one of her remarkable poems, Juto Samaj. This has again been done by Kanchon, and I hope Srimati Charal would like the illustration. It's a beautiful poem. So these are our 7 poets. We try to teach our students the credits, how to be ethically correct in publication. We also would like to acknowledge formally the role played by our principal in encouraging us, all the of IQAC, TCS, our NAC coordinator, Dr. Acharji, who is also here with us today. And we appreciate the effort and the endeavor and the inspiration that was injected into the department by none other than Dr. Joydeep Sharingi. He was the first person who came and who patiently listened to our students reciting their own poems. Thank you, sir. That was the seed which is now taking shape. Thank you so much. The final slide, this of course is the core team members. We all worked together. And the final slide is talking about inclusion, including me, you, them, and all. That's what we try and we feel and we follow in the Department of English, Durgapur Government College. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Shayan. Now, we would like to hear from our invited poets and academicians who have taken time out of their busy schedules to join us in this journey of the inauguration of the Digital Wall magazine. First, I would like to request Dr. Joydeep Sarangi Sir, Principal, New Alipur College, poet, translator, and editor, to say a few words on this occasion and recite a poem for us. Sir, please.
Wonderful, wonderful initiative and touched by your powerful endeavor, more powerful to Team Durgapur Government College. Thank you, Dr. Devnath Palit, Honorable Principal, Durgapur Government College, powerful IQAC Coordinator, Teachers Council Secretary, all important members and powerful members of the English Department, faculty members, students, and each one involved in the process of making Durgapur Government College as an iconic institution. I hear a lot of positive vibes about Durgapur Government College from different corners. I take them at my heart. Thank you so much. It is really wonderful. And canon is a very, canon is a word that is not within the jurisdiction of, one coded boundary. Everything is to change. I appreciate the zeal and tempo of the Department of English for going beyond the boundary and making things. The panel today are adorable, are inspiring for me each and every day. In fact, the powerful Department of English, the students, and the wonderful panel today, Bashabidi, she is an icon, Indian ambassador in your entire Europe, I'll say. She is known everywhere. And there are some research works on Bashabidi as well. I want Bashabidi to be read in all the colleges in Bengal, all the universities, Ghare ebong baire. Ketokidi needs also no introduction, very well anthologized, publishing writer, translator. Kollani Thakur Charal is one of the fiery, powerful Bengali poets. And I recommend all literature lovers within Bengal and beyond should read Kollanidhi in original as well as in translation. My Bangaliana will not be complete if I don't read Kollanidhi. It's not always that we come and we have the image of Uttam Kumar holding fish and one Mishtir Bhandi in another hand. Reading Kollanidhi's poems, I'll say fiery poems, her autobiography, her short stories, her prose essays, Chandalinir Bibriti, I think will give us a new history to look at women in Bengal and beyond. Shutanu Kadi is very prolific writer, and if we see last 4-5 years of her productivity, I think she is so adorable. Shufia is a performance poet, and always lovely to see Shufia. I think the students will enjoy Shufia's performance, and Shufia is really, I think, long days ahead of Shufia, and she is a name and will be a name, truly. Dr. Jilam Chattaraj, we all know, she's a very published poet, well anthologized, and we all respect her poetry and writing. Writing is the aroma that we all have, but we should practice it each day. I know only the male person in this entire panel, but I will read one poem dedicated to all women who are the soul makers, who made me possible. The title of my poem, In My Inbox. I sit under my foliage of idioms. I count tulsi leaves, gathered in a gesture of surrender, asking them to describe this immense arch, this gush, this silence, this purity, with the infinite cult and never having enough to hold. I summon history's knocking at the heart's door tonight. Old pain troubles again. Outside my door, like a ghost of a grandfather died long ago, waiting. I am warned again and again not to sit idle, not to go without writing. I extend hands inviting seasons to travel, through my daily thoughts to fetter, igniting the magic moments. I'm not chosen for time's beloved, timeless counsel you hold in both hands. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I really wish that Durgapur Government College, especially the Department of English, will be the destination. And I have seen the talents of the students, also the faculties publishing in different aspects, headed by Anindita Madam, under the able leadership of Professor Palit and IQC Coordinator TCS, Sir. It's really a privilege to work with you. We'll celebrate the journey of each one. Thank you so much. I wish this magazine will be a great success. Thank you, students. Write more, stitch hearts, be the soul makers. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your time and performance. Moving on, it's our privilege to have with us Dr. Bashubi Fraser, ma'am, Professor of English and Creative Writing at Edinburgh Napier University, Founder Director of the Scottish Centre of Tagore Studies, award-winning poet, children's writer, and editor. She has joined us from Edinburgh. Ma'am, please share your thoughts with us.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't get my camera on. Just, yeah. Can you see me? No.
No, Bashubi. No,
madam.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to get my camera
Oh,
on.
now visible. Now visible.
Okay. Okay.
We can
Good.
see you now. We can see you.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, first of all, I'm really touched by your welcome, and Durgapur Government College is a college I look forward to visiting in the future. Thank you to the principal, to Dr. Antara Mukherjee, to Dr. Anindita Chatterjee, and the entire English department and the students for this excellent endeavor to bring out a digital wall magazine. It's something that is very much with the times, and it can be shared internationally. So I think it's wonderful, the artwork, the way you have laid out the poems. So it's great to be part of it. And thank you, Joydeep, for your very kind words. International Women's Day. I'm glad we celebrate it today, but I think we should be celebrating it right through the year, through the times, for what women do, the unacknowledged legislators at home and in the world. I think what has happened is, for a long time, women weren't allowed to work, and it was the First World War that brought them out to keep the ship going in the country. And when the men came back from the war, the women had to go back home. But after the Second World War, they didn't. They said, we won't. So they have taken the helm, as the entire English department, headed by women, has shown it can be done. But today, I think it's not just about what we owe to our mothers and grandmothers and our foremothers in literature, in the family, in various nations, but also to the women in war zones whom we must remember, who are dying today helpless. How can we help them? How can we stop wars? And I think rather than strong men ruling nations, maybe we need compassionate women, and maybe we can stop the wars and the violence. because it's women who are nurturers, women who sustain us, and women who need to be celebrated. We have to have safe streets for women and our daughters to walk free. So this is not leaving the boys out, or the young men out, or the men out. They would be better off if women felt free and unassaulted in today and in times to come, and to express themselves, to become the voice of society through the arts, through literature, and definitely poetry, as you have done, as you have shown through your artwork, through your words, and through bringing the whole idea of inclusion and inclusive society. It's quite interesting because we are having 3 seminars in May on how would cities look if women built them. And I have suggested the whole idea of inclusion there. So I think you are a pioneer. You've done very well to bring Inscape out. I like the title. It's we all know that it looks inwards, but it also looks outwards. So thank you very much for that. Today, I thought I'll read a poem that is called She, from my book Letters to My Mother and Other Mothers. I just want to give one little explanation. Wallace and Gromit are characters in a comic, and Gromit is a dog, and there are lots of technological devices which help them to live and do everything, which is quite funny. But Kadumbini, with whom I begin, needs no introduction for this audience. And it's lovely to see so many women I know and so many women I don't know in your digital wall magazine. So the poem is called She. Kadumbini, immortalized by Rabindranath Tagore, is every woman. She is conceived without hankering, grows without being wanted, and screams when she thrusts forward to find her shrill note mingling with the groans of a disapproving family and a faltering mother's furtive care. Her little hands learn to fetch and carry her father's newspaper and slippers and balance his morning cup of tea on a tipsy, crazy saucer as her feet teach themselves not to go too fast and spill or too slow to irritate. She becomes a quick learner and a swift worker, swirling bedclothes to make beds that are tossed into shape and tucked into place with the hey presto magic of a Wallace and Gromit precision-filled mechanical world. Only in hers, she is the machine, efficient, obedient, immaculate. Her brothers know they can bring home football-soiled strips, mud-splattered trainers, and line the house floor with socks and their rucksacks for her to gather and rub clean, tumble wash, unpack, and reassemble today for their next game tomorrow. She can make her wants simple, her appetite small, bypass the nourishment and wait in the stalls, mixing abilities in tired schoolrooms, saying cheers to her brothers who gleam amongst blazered peers. She has a few choices of love and a cradle, of demanding attention and a lifetime of Babel, or marriage and drawn dreams, of shopping and mopping, of lost sleep and long hours, youth giving at its seams. Or if she can scrape through to grab one last space in the ruthless rat race of uni and grade grind, she might just make do to become the smart role model for young ones with swelling breasts bursting with ambition. She'll have gusto in her speech rhythms, a swing to her hip line, shadows under eye makeup holding back the brine. She'll be the wizard cook, the bewitching wife, the mum of the dark ages who has forgotten a good life. She will become the middle-aged embarrassment of her teenage entourage and a perfect ensemble of a modern collage. Still running errands for her father, surreptitiously tidying her mother's grey hair, standing proxy for her brother as her niece weds in time for the baby nearly there. And if she is lucky, her pressure may rise to make her heart burst, and then all around her will recognize her at last as the woman who sustained them and feel bereaved of one who remained alive for the living, unwanted, unnoticed, unidentified till dead, like Tagore's Kadambini. But I think you have not silenced Kadambini, so thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I would like to request Dr. Ketaki Datta ma'am, poet, novelist, translator, book reviewer, and associate professor of English at Chandranagar College to comment on this magazine. Ma'am, please.
A very good afternoon to you. I know that talking after these two maestros of literature will be and it must have an impact on you, the listeners. Yet, I must be grateful to Dr. Antara Mukherjee, who invited me to contribute to Inkscape. I am really grateful to the whole department, entire department of Durgapur Government College. I am indebted to Dr. Professor Principal Joydeep Saringi for his kind words. I am really indebted to everyone of Durgapur Government College, right from the principal to the IQSC coordinator, to the TCS, to all my near and dear ones of the English department. What am I to say about women and today and the writing? I think half of the sky is not just ours, the whole sky is ours. I think half of the world is not ours, the whole world is ours. I think man cannot be man without woman. Man becomes complete with woman, not without woman. Of course, vice versa. And of course, I must to all the people of the world, name, fame, not made name and fame, who have not done anything save raising their children and looking after the family. Salute to all the women, not just for today, for all the days to come. I think that we who are writing today, who are talking today in front of the microphone or without a microphone, looking at the sky above, the diction which we have today, from where did we get it? From our mom, from our grandmom, who used to narrate stories each night to regale ourselves, to make the day's end meaningful. At the night when we cuddled up to grandmother, on to mother, and listened to the beautiful tales, that made us the writers of tomorrow. The past makes the present, and the present paves way to the future. That is a story which is known to all. But I am really very much thrilled to see Inkscape, the brainchild of Dr. Antara Mukherjee, Dr. Anindita Chatterjee, and all who are there, my colleagues from Durgapur Government College, Department of English. Wonderful, amazing production. And please keep writing, dear students. You can speak your mind out. You can make a stamp in this world with your pen. Pen is mightier than the sword, you all know. And when that pen bleeds, when that pen speaks, when that pen speaks volumes of your emotions, then that pen becomes a living being, not a mute being at all. Now I'm thanking you all, and I'm going to read out a very short poem by me, which had been published in a book, Dhoni Prati Dhoni, The Sound and the Echo, in which my colleague Shamoli Bhadra Pramanik had my English poems. I'm reading a very short poem along with the translated version by Dr. Shamuli Bhadra Pramanik, Department of Mathematics, Bidhannagar Government College. Tears of gratitude. No, I can't write. No, I shall not. I threw the papers. I hated them most. Mom came, straightened the sheets, came to my desk, asked to rework on it. I wrote again. I did. It saw light of day. I owe you a lot, dear Mom. I am what I am today for you, you alone. Shamoli translates, তোমার জন্যে মাগো, যখন আমি লেখার টেবিল ছেড়ে কাগজগুলো ফেলি ঘরের কোণে, তুমি তখন ছুটে এসে ঘরে কুড়িয়ে নিয়ে এসে সব আপন মনে আবার আমায় লিখতে বলো মাগো, আমার জন্য কতই রাত্রি জাগো, তোমার জন্য দেখি দিনের আলো, তোমার কাছে আমার সবই ভালো, তোমার সূর্যে বাজে আমার প্রাণে, তোমার জন্য আজ আমি এইখানে। I am indebted to you all for this invite. I'm really with folded palms express my gratitude to you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, I would like to request Kolani Thakur Charal ma'am, a Dalit feminist poet and essayist, to say a few words. Her poem, Juto Samaj, has been translated by Dr. Antara Mukherjee ma'am for our magazine. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, everybody. আমি তো বাংলাতেই বলবো, বাংলাতেই পড়বো। আসলে উইমেন্স ডে তো প্রত্যেকটা দিবসই আন্তর্জাতিক যে দিনগুলো ফর উইকার সেকশন, যারা দুর্বল, সমাজে দুর্বলতর, তাদের জন্যে। তো সেই রকমই উইমেনরা যেমন, মহিলারা যেমন দুর্বলতর, মানে আমাদের দেশের শাস্ত্র মতে, তেমন শূদ্ররাও দুর্বলতর। শাস্ত্র সেইভাবে করে রেখেছিল দুজনকেই বঞ্চিত। তো আমি সেই শূদ্রদের নিয়ে কাজ করি। তাদের মধ্যের যারা নারী, তারা তো আরো দুর্বলতর। তো তাদেরকে কিভাবে সমাজের উপর অংশে তুলে আনা যায়, তাদের রিপ্রেজেন্টেশন যেন আরো বেশি থাকে, সেই কাজগুলো করার চেষ্টা করি আমার সীমিত সাধ্যের মধ্যে। আর ওই সবাই, আমি কোনোদিন লিখতে পারবো টারবো, কবি টবি হব, লেখক হব, বই বিক্রি হবে, ট্রান্সলেশন হবে, তারপরে পিএইচডি হবে, এসব কোনোদিন ভাবিনি। এটা একটা অ্যাক্সিডেন্টাল কিছু হয়েছে হয়তো। আমার সম্প্রতি যে বইটি জয়দীপদা বলেছেন, জয়দীপদা তো অনেক বাড়িয়ে বলেছেন, আমি অত বড় মাপের নই। জয়দীপদা অনেক বেশি ভালোবাসেন, অনেক কাজ করেন, কর্মী মানুষ। তো তিনি ওই জন্য অত বেশি বাড়িয়ে বলেছেন, আমি অত বড় মাপের নই। জয়দীপদা সম্প্রতি আমার একটা বই ট্রান্সলেট করেছেন, পোয়েমস অফ চন্ডালিনী, এটা অ্যামাজনে পাওয়া যাচ্ছে। আরো বাকি কিছু ট্রান্সলেশন হয়েছে আমার উপন্যাস সন্ধ্যার বিল, ওটা জুবান পাবলিকেশন করেছে, ওটা অ্যামাজনে পাওয়া যায়। আই বিলং টু নো হোয়ার, টিল্টেড অ্যাক্সেস ইউকে থেকে বেরিয়েছে, ওটা আমার সিলেক্টেড পোয়েট্রির ওপরে, সেটা পাওয়া যায়, সেটাও পাওয়া যায় অনলাইনে। যাই হোক, ওই আত্মপ্রচার নয়, কারণ আজকের দিনটা সারা পৃথিবীর নারীরা উদযাপন করছেন। এবং একটু আগে দিদি বলছিলেন যে ভাইস ভার্সা, অবশ্যই পুরুষ ছাড়া নারী অসম্পূর্ণ, কারণ প্রকৃতির দুটো অবদানই সমানভাবে এবং সঠিক বোঝাপড়ার মধ্যে দিয়ে বেঁচে উঠুক, বেঁচে থাকুক, হাত ধরে থাকুক। আমি বেশি কিছু বলবো না, আমি দুটো তিনটে বাংলা কবিতা পড়ি, আপত্তি নেই তো? ছোট ছোট কবিতা পড়বো, 1 মিনিটের মধ্যে।
না না দিদি, আপনি প্লিজ, আর অনার, নিশ্চয়ই পড়ুন।
যেটা ছাপা হয়েছে সেই কবিতাটা সকলের জন্য একবার পড়ে শুনিয়ে দিই।
হ্যাঁ দিদি, খুব ভালো হয়।
জুতো সমাজ। পা যেমন শক্ত চামড়ার নতুন জুতোর মধ্যে অতি সন্তর্পণে জায়গা করে নেয়, ও মেয়ে সমাজটাও তেমনি, টাইট জুটোর ভেতরটার মতো। তোমাকে খুব সাবধানে জায়গা করে নিতে হবে। কপাল ভালো তো ব্যান্ডেড মার্কা বাবা ভাই পেয়ে যেতে পারো, নচেত এই হার্ড লেদার সমাজেই তোমাকে ফোসকা কড়া নিয়ে টিকে থেকে পার হতে হবে আরো কয়েক শতাব্দী। বিবির বিমার। কাছে আসি সেই দিন, আমার গভীর ক্ষত ছয় যদি তোমার গভীরে, তা না হলে কি আছে এর ভেতর, এরই ভিতর দুজোড়া ঠোঁট কিংবা লিঙ্গের কাছে আসায় 18 বছর পরে সেও বড় পটু হয়ে যায়। তার চেয়ে তর্জনী দিয়ে মুছে নাও নোনা পানি ফোঁটা, সেটুকুও থাক। বড় বেশি শিখে ফেলি রাম কিংবা রহিমের কাছে, দিদি আজ জলদি যাব বিবির বিমার। আমার সাম্প্রতিক বই বনচণ্ডালীর গাথা, আমার লাস্ট কবিতার বই, কবিতা নম্বর 29। এই কবিতাটি লেখা হয়েছিল যখন প্যান্ডামিকে আমরা সবাই মৃত্যু ভয়ের সামনে দাঁড়িয়ে আছি, অনেক সংবাদ শুনতে পাচ্ছি আর সবাই আতঙ্কিত। তখন আমার বেশ কিছু কবিতা লেখা হয়েছে, তার মধ্যে একটি মৃত্যু ভয় কাছে আনে, এমন বিশ্বাস ছেড়ে দূরত্ব বজায় রাখি। মা ও সন্তানের দূরত্ব 1 মিটার, যে দূরত্ব দিগন্তের বাঁক পেরিয়ে আমন ক্ষেতের হাওয়ায় মিলায়। প্রেমিকের হাত ছেড়ে ছুটতে থাকা কিশোরীর ফ্রকের মতো, অথবা কচি আমের খোসা ছাড়ানো ঝিনুক কেড়ে নেওয়া বন্ধুর মতো। বিয়ের পর ভীষণ ঘনিষ্ঠ দু ভাইয়ের আলাদা হাঁড়ির মতো, বৃদ্ধাশ্রমে যাওয়ার আগে গোছানো পুটুলির মতো, পরনারী আসক্ত স্বামীর বিছানার মতো, প্রতারক প্রেমিকের হাত ধরার মতো, ঘর পালানো বইয়ের খুলে রাখা চাবির ছড়ার মতো নয়। প্লাস্টিকে মোড়া অসুস্থ মায়ের বুকে জড়ানো সন্তান। নমস্কার।
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I would like to request Dr. Shutanaka Ghosh Rai, ma'am, a poet, reviewer, translator, critic, and associate professor of English at Tarakeshwar Degree College, University of Burdwan, to say a few words. Ma'am, please.
Good afternoon. Honored and humbled to be here. A big shout out to Team English, Durgapur Government College, Principal Sir, IQAC Coordinator, PCS, and I'm extremely grateful to my lovely sister, Dr. Antara Mukherjee, and to Dr. Anindita Chatterjee. My regards to all the wonderful poets and academicians, Bashubidi, Ketokidi, Kollanidi, Joydeep, Sufia, Jhilam. More power to your golden ink, and to the brilliant students, all my wishes and blessings. On this occasion, I'll just read a small short poem of mine. It's called Freedom. Over the years, I died almost every day. Each death drew loud applause, but no tears. My hearse walked alone. I befriended the crematorium. My bones softened, ashes immersed in the Ganga. I am free. I live. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I would like to request Ms. Sufia Khatun, a multilingual performance poet, artist, literary translator, and facilitator, to say a few words. Ma'am, please.
Adab, everyone. So, you know what? I was just while listening to all of you, I felt kind of nostalgic because back in my years when I was in college, I was always curating, the wall magazines and talking about writers of yesteryears and how they, surpassed their time and producing impactful literature. But then when I became a writer myself, I was exposed to the writers of our times. So when I saw the work done by the students, the digital magazine, it's just amazing. Kudos to all of you. You did a great job. And you getting exposed to all these kind of interactions and writers from outside and how they are shaping the society, it's actually going to help you further. You are young adults at the moment. When you become adults later, uh, and then you will decide what society will look like after a few years. You get to make the changes. You get to change your immediate, ideologies, immediate spaces, and see how safe it can be, like how inclusive it can be for everyone, as the magazine suggests. So I was so touched by it, and so inspired actually. So, and when I was sharing the poems with Andradi, she was, very warm and receptive to the whole idea of having agency towards our bodies, because our bodies are the first identities that we are born with, and this only grows when you hold a personality inside yourself. None of us are exposed from a young age to the whole idea of bodies belonging to spaces and how we can have own the right to our own body. We are only taught later by ourselves, and we learn from what's happening outside and how we can keep ourselves safe and work at the same time, because that is what the ground reality is. So I'm going to read the poem that I submitted for the magazine called Exposed Skin. So when I read it, you'll understand the whole conversation I had with my mother about having a body and small little things about it. Exposed skin. Mother warns me, the men in my family and the men outside should never see my breast, my thighs, my butt, my navel, my vagina, and anything of a body owned by others. She has never known what it feels to have sunlight fall on exposed skin and water soaking in its hollowed grounds. जांग दिख रहा है, टांगे दिख रही है, सीना ढाक कर चलो, मन को मार कर चलो, बाजुओं को नीचे मोड़ कर चलो, आवाज को अपनी तोड़ कर चलो. Without the coolness of breeze on the skin, inside a home or out in the public, hateful lumps will grow on the damped, worn out, neglected, naked, and exposed bodies like me. I am a body of a mold of a woman. Don't dry your washed bras that fall on the windows. Don't even think of displaying the panties on the balcony on sunny afternoons that redden the butt cheeks and line the inner thighs with rashes and pain. Suppress your body. Mother never taught me that my body is meant to be as it is, to be changing, aging, desired, withering, and degenerating as exposed skin. So you see in the poem, I talk about being at ease with your body, but frankly speaking, as a woman, none of us are ever at ease. We live with this constant anxiety that the body might get harmed, we might get stalked online, offline. When we are even taking a walk outside in any city and in any given space of time, we are always alert, because it becomes very difficult for us to feel, okay, we will just walk and get unharmed and we'll be all right. It doesn't work like that in our immediate society. It's difficult to live with a woman's body, frankly. The second poem, a body. No, I think I'll read from my book, Germination, about the present times that we are living with. It's called Germination. My cousin Nishat and I pick some dried pomegranate flowers and sow a city within its pollens. a city without conflicting tongues. I'm constantly cleaning my hands that build this garden from barren concrete. It wants to be reborn into a moon on the edge with asylums for those who never find homes. मैं आसमां से पूछती हूँ मैं आसमां से पूछती हूँ पता सबा के शहर का मेरे हाथों में गिरा दो बूंदे कुछ चश्मे नूर की इन्हें कुछ करार मिल जाएगा. The exhaustion of loving a displaced body is only known to a swarming dragonfly. Sleep in me when you haven't found belonging in the isolation of your mind, fighting boundaries and the pandemic of the absurdity of HATE, hate. Thank you so much. It was really an honor to be reading for all of you and listening to you, talk about Women's Day. It's such an important thing for us, and it gives a lot of encouragement to us. And I'm really hoping the students who are participating and who are listening, you also go out and write and make the necessary change possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. So the link of the feedback form is already pasted in the chat box. Please do kindly fill it in. Now, I would like to request Dr. Jilam Chottaraj ma'am, academician, poet, and an assistant professor of the Department of English and Foreign Languages, RVBRR Hyderabad, to say a few words. Ma'am, please.
Honorable Principal Dr. Devashish Pale, sir, Head of the Department, Anindita ma'am, Antara ma'am, invited poets, Bashubi di, Shatanoka di, Kubita di, Sufia, and I've met all of you at different, literary festivals, and good to see you once again. Joydeep sir, students of Durgapur Government College, I'm very happy to be with you all here today, especially on Women's Day. And I congratulate the department, students and faculty for coming out with the, Inscape magazine, a highly innovative approach towards literature. I am delighted and honored to be a part of this magazine for two reasons. One is, of course, I am happy to share space with eminent poets and writers, both in Bangla and in English. And secondly, because I am from Durgapur. And when I was a little girl and I used to be on my dad's scooter, and my father used to tell me, "Ki deখ, এটা হচ্ছে দুর্গাপুর গভর্নমেন্ট কলেজ, ভালো করে পড়াশোনা করলে এখানে ভর্তি হতে পারবি." So I hold Durgapur Government College in very high esteem. And today, I never studied there, but yeah, today I'm a part of it in some way or the other. So it's a matter of great honor for me. The poem that I will be reading is also titled Durgapur, and it was published recently in the Durgapur Review, edited by a Durgapur-based poet, Brojoda, if many of you must be knowing him. I spent quite a few years, I mean, my childhood in Durgapur, but growing up, sometimes I used to feel that there is some kind of monotony in our lives. I mean, living in township, there is always this routine life that you live, and Durgapur has this, you go to school, and then you come back to study, you go for tuitions, and then you wait for some social functions to happen. I feel very limited sometimes back then. I'm sure things have changed now, but township life was like that. Our lives were intrinsically, kind of woven with the steel factory, the DSP steel plant. That's where my father used to work. So the very small middle class life. And sometimes I would think that, would I be ever able to go beyond this life? It was beautiful, but I felt there was no excitement sometimes. So I used to wonder, am I audible? I mean, somehow my screen
Yes, you
seems to
are.
have frozen.
You
Okay.
are, but your
Yes,
video
madam.
has paused a little bit.
Oh, okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's fine.
So just a kind of, based on that feeling I used to have as a child, I wrote this poem titled Durgapur. It starts with a few lines from Charles Dickens's Hard Times, and it goes like this. The smoke serpents were indifferent to who was lost or found, who turned out bad or good. Often I would see the smoke coming out of the chimneys and the blast furnace of DSP steel plants, and I used to wonder, would our lives be beyond this dark soot, this dark smoke that is, covering the whole of the city and our lives in so many ways. And the poem goes like this: a shadow rises towards the sky. It blackens colonies of iron and steel. Durgapur, Allenstein's mothership of mineral harmony. Dust-thick sunlight breaks on boots. Factory furnace bones carry the heat of red metals. They wheel a nation's geography. Each night, helmet men return to square fenced houses, ripening under the red blaze of the Gulmohar. Parks, alleys, boulevards bow to a routine, the delight of middle class decency. Many have never known life beyond carbon labor, but once in a while, an April wheeler tears down the ribs of silence and screams. Are artists and writers the only people entitled to lives of their own? Thank you. The reference to April Wheeler is from the novel Revolutionary Road by Richard Yates. Thank you for the opportunity. It was lovely knowing you all, meeting you all. Hopefully sometime when I visit my hometown, I will take some time out and see you in your college. Thank you.
Thank you, Jila.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you to all the poets. We are really, really fortunate that you have taken your time out from your busy schedule and have joined us. Thank you so much. Now, going back to the college authorities, I would like to request IQAC Coordinator, Professor Shubroto Ghosh Sir, Associate Professor of Geology, to share his thoughts. Sir, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Thank you.
Yes.
So it was a wonderful afternoon. I'm very privileged that I could attend such a nice program organized by the English department. Thanks, Anindita. Thanks to all your team, including the students and all the established poets. I was very fortunate to hear them directly through this online program. On behalf of the IQAC, Internal Quality Assurance Cell of Durgapur Government College, I congratulate the organizers. I'm thankful to Principal Sir for encouraging to hold such programs in the college. And all these will definitely have a very good impact in increasing the grade of our college in the eyes of NAC, National Assessment and Accreditation Council of India. With these few words, I once again congratulate all the organizers, and I look forward to more such programs in the near future. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to request the Teachers' Council Secretary, Dr. Shubhajit Ojha, Sir, Assistant Professor of Botany, to share his thoughts on this. Sir, please.
Thank you, Utsa. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, respected Principal Sir, Durgapur Government College, IQAC Coordinator Sir, Subrata Sir, our NAC Coordinator Madam, Nivedita Acharya Madam, Head of the Department English, and the most important, the dignitaries present in today's program, and my dear students, and all the participants, and all the faculty members of Team English Durgapur Government College. First of all, I would like to congratulate, because the day, Women's Day, I think this program is the perfect gift for me in this Women's Day. And this All Magazine overall presentation presented by Antara Madam is excellent, and students make it very nicely and perfect, I think. And this is the very good initiative by Department of English. So on behalf of the Teachers Council, all the faculty members of the Durgapur Government College, I again congratulate all the authors and the entire team on today's program. So I wish this Wall magazine will be a great success, and thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to request NAC Coordinator Dr. Nivedita Acharya Ma'am, Assistant Professor of the Department of Chemistry, to say a few words. Ma'am, please.
I think she's having some network issue. So she's traveling actually. She messaged me.
Yes, she's traveling and she's left her good wishes to the department, and she said that it's difficult for her to connect. So she's given us a lot of best wishes, and she's asked us to upload this wall magazine in the website at the earliest. And she has congratulated us and the team for the wonderful job that has been done. Thank you, Nivedita. Thank you for your message. Oh, Nivedita is trying to talk. Nivedita is trying to.
Oh,
She's trying
trying. Yeah.
to address herself.
Yeah, am I audible? Am I audible to all
Yes,
of
yes,
you?
you
Yes.
are.
I'm just,
Yes, madam. Yes.
yeah, I'm having a very large traveling. So it is really a nice initiative of Department of English. I just congratulate the department as well. And also I'm very happy that students are hosting. That is a very most interesting part. And I was just listing all of the poems. These are very interesting and I liked all of them. I have one suggestion to Department of English to showcase all of the poems which were done by very eminent guests. So you can just put a book of abstracts with all the, say, esteemed guests and poets who have presented such beautiful creations of them. And I would also request the department to please invite some of the poems of, say, students. And as ma'am, one of the very esteemed poets told in Hindi, as well as I heard also the poem of the Bengali. So we can also invite some of the poems of Bengali and Hindi from the students, and these can be translated by students. So it can also include the conjunction of, we can say, the Indian traditional knowledge along with the Indian English. A very good, say, afternoon, and as I got a window from my busy schedule, I'm very happy that Department of English organized the same. So congratulations, and I wish to have so many events. I've also filled the feedback form. So thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, am I audible? Yeah,
Yes, madam.
I
Yes.
was audible, I think, because I am just traveling.
Yeah, we heard everything.
We
Yeah.
have heard everything. Thank you. Thank you
Okay,
so
thank
much.
you. Okay, so nice. also got being a science student, I got the opportunity to listen to so much of poems. Many, many thanks to this. Yes, it was really nice. I like Hindi and Bengali poem as well. So thank you all. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Now that we have come to the end of our inaugural session, we are going to see and hear students from our department recite their poems. The performances have been arranged keeping in mind the theme of inclusion. The session is going to be multilingual. Hope you will enjoy. Your feedback will certainly encourage us as we have just started to dabble in verse. Please find a feedback link in the chat box. Kindly fill it up while listening to the poems. So, to begin with, I would like to ask Shilpi Sengupta, a student in the first year, to begin with her poem. Shilpi, please.
Good afternoon, esteemed guest poets, respected principal sir, teachers, my dear friends, and my fellow poets. Today, I would like to share my poem titled Women and Girls. We love our country, we love our earth. We call them mother, who gave us birth. We respect women, yes, it's true. So we worship Lakshmi and Saraswati too. We are proud of our daughters who brought the country gold, and the story of Lakshmi Bai is still now told. Here in India, women are respected. In every field, they can't be neglected. Be it medicine, sports, or astronomy, they are always going to support the economy. But wait, that's not all what I want to say. Let me show you the darker side today. There are some monsters who till now kill daughters' determination, and their women are killed for dowry even today, and lots of girl child married every day. Some unborn girls who have children around the village. Why are you killing them? Why do they even not get a name? Women hardly go out late at night. Will you still say they have got equal right? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shilpi. Next comes Divya Chatterjee, a student in the first year, with her poem. Divya, please.
Good evening, our esteemed guests, our dear principal sir, our respected teachers, and my dear friends. Today I am going to recite my poem named Her Story. She is full of carping flaws. She keeps her scars hidden. One would think that she is happy, but just look again. Amidst her exhausted breath, with a heavy heart, she decides she needs to fight her inner voice. No, she can neither fall nor hide. She wore her scars as armor. Her anger ignited the flame. She raised her sword of courage and refused to run away. When they pointed their fingers at her, she raised her voice and said, I am both war and woman. Let this be firm in your head. Thank you.
Yeah, hold on. Sophia, can you please mute your microphone?
Sorry.
Yeah. So Divya,
Yes,
would
ma'am.
like to request you to recite all over again because there was some technical glitch and perhaps our
Yes,
audience couldn't
ma'am.
hear
Sure.
you.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
please.
Good evening, our esteemed guests, our dear principal sir, and respected teachers. I'm going to recite my poem once more, titled Her Story. She is full of carping flaws. She keeps her scars hidden. One would think that she is happy, but just look again. Amidst her exhausted breath, with a heavy heart, she decides she needs to fight her inner voice. No, she can neither run nor hide. She wore her scar as armor, her anger ignited the way. She braced her sword of courage and refused to run away. When they pointed their fingers at her, she raised her voice and said, I am both war and woman. Let this be firm in your head. Thank you.
Thank you, Divya. Now, I would like to request Rinita Chakraborty, student of first year, to come up with her poem. She has written a reply to Andrew Marvell's famous poem to his coy mistress. Rinita, please.
Good evening to our respected professors, principal sir, and our respected guests, as well as my fellow batchmates. On International Women's Day, every woman should promise herself to be more conscious of her rights and self-esteem. Had we but long enough loved it, you got opportunity about love to say. I would keep my eyes on thee, and you could do whatever you be. Thy passion would touch the sky. Might be I refuse or I cry. I am the empire of the emperor. Without thee, I could do only error. What to say about thy kindness? Had forgiven the crime of my coyness. I got the lesson of the youth. It comes and goes. That's all truth. Hence, let the amour come first. Trust and bonding, they could be lost. I am the what will happen by wasting the age? I am the bird of your golden cage. My preserved virginity will destroy, like an infant's broken toy. Let enjoy the period of now. Anything can be happened tomorrow anyhow. But my dear, who gave the right to turn me into your dark dense night? If time chariot, devote charm, is love completed in thou arm? Seasons can be passed without intimacy. Life is also sought for complacency. Thy abuse has broken my patience. I am not a lady who obeys oppression. To me, honor and faith are first priority. Then anyone can be part of heart's eternity. If devotion is real, then I'm immortal. Or the lie will curse mental death cursorial. Cordial feeling does not always shelter the body. So don't you think that I'm a noddy. Lady isn't the thing for play. No one can defeat them in their way. Not everything ends in the grave. Toxic relation expires in the midlife pave. Love should be like the sun and moon. One can falls for the other rises soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Renita. Next, I would like to request Swastika Sarkar, a student of the first year, to come up. She is going to recite the poem written by her friend, classmate Rupsha Roy, a student of the first year, who couldn't attend this program because of a family emergency. Swastika, please.
Good afternoon, everyone, to all the esteemed guests and all my teachers, as well as our respected principal, sir. I would be reciting a poem written by my friend Rupsha Roy, and I would try my best to express the emotions through the poem. Lily. She is just like the lily in her garden, fresh and full of life, eyes brimming with hope, although her ambitions still uncertain. But the funny things about flowers, you see, they're just as fragile as they're pretty. A single gush of wind, and off go the petals. Down goes the stem. Our lilies, too, were about to face a similar predicament. She had a distant uncle who'd visit her often. He showered her with gifts and made sure her birthdays were never forgotten. Growing up, her mother would always say, "He just adores you too much." Why is it then, on her 12th birthday, she felt repulsed by his touch? Uncle was just showering some love. Why would you cry? But what mother didn't know was that he touched her again and again and again until her throat was sore and her tears ran dry. She tried to break free, but all her protests were in vain. Mother went to water the lily the very next morning, but her eyes simply couldn't believe the scene. Yes, she is just like the lily in her garden, and that white little lily was nowhere to be seen. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Swastika. Now, let us listen to a Bengali Kobita written by Shomodip Mukherjee, a second-year student in the Department of English. Shomodip, please.
Is Shomadip here? Somebody please see whether he is having any network issue or not. Let us move on, Utsha. We'll include him as he comes, okay?
Okay, ma'am. The plight of women, as described in the last poem, is a glaring reality. To continue with the mood, may I request Sadiksha to sing a song and remind us of the challenges we encounter in our lives. Sadiksha, please.
उड़ी चिड़ैया नन्ही सी चिड़िया अंगना में फिर आ जा रे। उड़ी चिड़ैया नन्ही सी चिड़िया अंगना में फिर आ जा रे। अंधियारा है घना और लाहू से सना किरणों के तिनके अंबर से चुनके अंगना में फिर आ जा रे। हमने तुझ पे हजारों सितम है किए, हमने तुझ पे जहां भर के जुल्म किए। हमने सोचा नहीं तू जोड़ जाएगी ये ज़मीं तेरे बिन सूनी रह जाएगी। किसके दम पे सजेगा मेरा अंगना। उड़ी चिड़ैया मेरी चिड़ैया अंगना में फिर आ जा रे। उड़ी चिड़ैया नन्ही सी चिड़िया अंगना में फिर आ जा रे। तेरे पंखों में सारे सितारे जड़ूं, तेरी चूनर थनक सत रंगी भुनो, तेरे काजल में मैं काली रहना भरूं, तेरी मेहंदी में मैं कच्ची धूप मालूं, तेरे नैनों सजा दूं नया सपना। ओरी चिड़ैया मेरी चिड़ैया, अंगना में फिर आ जा रे। ओरी चिड़ैया नन्ही सी चिड़िया, अंगना में फिर आ जा रे। ओरी चिड़ैया। Thank you.
Thank you, Sudiksha. Now, let's move to a Hindi poem and listen to Rachna Samaddar, a second-year student of the Department of English. Rachna, please.
Rachna, unmute yourself. Probably she's also having some technical glitch. So,
Sorry, ma'am.
yeah, yes,
I lost
Rachna.
my network while I was.
So, would you like to disconnect yourself and join? Or is it okay right now?
Am I audible now?
Yes, you
It's
are.
okay, ma'am,
You are.
right now.
Can you switch on your video, dear? Yes.
Thank you, dear senior. Good evening to one and all present over here. It's a privilege to get all of us bind together for this grand inauguration on this auspicious day. I would like to serve my gratitude to all of you for having me as a medium to honor one of the most prominent dialect of our country. Today, I would like to recite one of my own poems named Naripad. For further distractions, I would like to turn off my camera. Thank you. ना ग्रंथों के नाम ना गीता की गरिमा, ना ग्रंथों के नाम ना गीता की गरिमा, ना वेदों के पाठ पढ़ाऊंगी। आज कहानी हर एक नारी की मैं अपनी जुबानी सुनाऊंगी। जिस मरघट के पीछे छिपाया तुमने हजार मलाल अपने, उस घूंघट पर क्या आरोप, जिसने दफन किए अपने हजार सपने। पुरखों के पीछे बुरखों के नीचे ये राज नहीं तो और क्या है। पुरखों के पीछे बुरखों के नीचे ये राज नहीं तो और क्या है। तमाम क्षत्रिय सैनिक निशस्त्र जैसे, तुम्हारी आवाज के बिना मेरे शब्द बेफिजूल नहीं तो और क्या है। पूछोगे तुम क्यों रौंद उठे खून हमारा, तुम्हारे शब्द में ऐसा क्या है। पूछोगे तुम क्यों रौंद उठे खून हमारा, तुम्हारे शब्द में ऐसा क्या है। विफल की घड़ी हमने बहुत बिताई, इस क्षण में आज ऐसा क्या है कि अफसोस हजार साल पहले भी अग्निपुत्री तक को ये पीढ़ी त्राग गाना पड़ा। कि अफसोस हजार साल पहले भी अग्निपुत्री तक को ये पीढ़ी त्राग गाना पड़ा। ना खड़े आज हम 21वीं सदी में, फर्क ना कुछ ज्यादा ध्यान पड़ा। चलता गया आगे बढ़ता गया पहिया समय का, चलता गया आगे बढ़ता गया समय पहिए का। शीश महल की नाजुकता नहीं, वक्त है रौद्र रूप दिखाने का। नरदाता समाज में देखो पुरुषों के प्रसंग शाही कुछ और है। नरदाता समाज में देखो पुरुष के प्रसंग शाही कुछ और है। ताजुब यही कि नारी ने ही पिरोया इन्हें, नारी नहीं पिरोया इन्हें। बतलाओ आज तुम्हें और हमें क्या ज्ञात है। व्यर्थ हमारे हर दायरे हर एक हर्ष देखो आज मलिन है। व्यर्थ हमारे हर दायरे हर एक हर्ष देखो मलिन है। क्षमता को अक्षमता बनाए लज्जा की श्रृंगार हम में लीन है। वर्षों से बंध नेत्र तुम्हारे आओ उनको खोलो, वर्षों से बंध नेत्र तुम्हारे आओ उनको खोलो। विकसित भारत की आभूषण हो तुम, विकसित भारत की आभूषण हो तुम, आओ नारी अब तो कुछ बोलो. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rachna. That was wonderful. Now, let us welcome Dr. Nilanjana Chatterjee Ma'am, Assistant Professor of English, Durgapur Government College, to conclude the session with her performance. Ma'am, please.
I hope everything is all right. I think I am audible and I am visible, am I? I have no clue.
Yes. Kindly adjust your camera a bit. Yes, now, perfect. Go ahead.
Okay. Good evening to one and all. And thank you for initiating this. This special thanks goes to Team English. Thank you everyone who has joined us from different corners of the world today. Happy Women's Day to one and all. So we are going to do an exercise. I would not call this a poem. This is a poem by Kamla Bhasin, and this is very powerful. Very powerful because firstly, it's an exercise wherein we all would be reciting this. This is Azadi. And this is incomplete without your participation. Number two, it is so powerful. Let me tell you that it is not allowed to be performed in many of the esteemed central universities of India. So it's that powerful. And this is, a shade of purple that I have chosen today. This is the only thing that I could do because in Shimla, I do not have much, things to, I don't have choices here. So, and color purple actually, as you know, is very meaningful because it not only represents pain, but also represents transformation. So this is a very meaningful pain and a meaningful transformation that I think we all women are, trying to process, assimilate. So here we go. Now, this is Azadi. So I will be keeping a meaningful gap wherein you all would be saying Azadi. So please unmute yourself. Can you please do this? This is impossible without you as participation. Can all the students especially unmute themselves? Are you ready? Antoradi,
Yes,
Anindita?
Yes, ma'am.
Can all of you
Yes,
please
ma'am.
unmute yourself? Antoradi?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Didi. All right, let's go for it together. Let's start. We humans want. You would say Azadi.
Azadi.
Our children want. Our children want.
Azadi.
Azadi.
From endless violence.
Azadi.
From helpless silence.
Azadi.
From patriarchy.
Azadi.
From all hierarchy.
Azadi.
From breathing freely.
Azadi.
For moving freely.
Azadi.
Singing madly.
Azadi.
For dancing madly. Swastika, can we have some dance here? For dancing madly.
Azadi.
For self-expression.
Azadi.
For celebration.
Azadi.
We need it badly.
Azadi.
We love it madly.
Azadi.
Come say it loudly.
Azadi.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Utsha.
For making it possible.
Now Shomadip has raised a hand. I think he's joined. Shomadip has joined.
Back, so we would like to conclude the
No.
program.
Shomadip has joined, Utsa. Shomadip has joined.
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
Oh, acha.
So we'll conclude the program with a Bengali song. Sorry, poem. Shomo, can we please listen to you?
Thank you, all of us. Thank you,
উৎসাদি অলসো। তো আজকে আমরা সকলেই জানি যে আজকের দিনটি আমরা এখানে কেন একসাথে একত্রিত হয়েছি। তো সবশেষে আমি দুঃখিত আমার লেট হবার জন্য। তো আজকের কবিতার বিষয় নারীদের স্বাধীনতা, সমদীপ মুখার্জি। প্রাচীনকালের সতীদাহ, বাল্যবিবাহের কালো ছায়া, এখনো ধর্ষণ, অ্যাসিড আক্রমণ আর কুসংস্কারের কালো কায়া। নারী ভ্রূণ মাতৃগর্ভে আজও কত পরিবার অবৈধভাবে হত্যা করে। খবরের কাগজে তাই নারী নির্যাতন সর্বত্রই চোখে পড়ে। কত পরিবার কন্যা শিশু জন্মকেই এখনো বোঝা ভাবে। দোষ করে ওরা গর্বে ঘোরে, মেয়েরাই কলঙ্কিত হবে কেন আজকে তবে। ছাপাকের মতো সিনেমা কি শুধু আজও হাউসফুলি হবে, নাকি অ্যাসিড আক্রমণের কথা আজকে সত্যি মুছে যাবে? নারীরা শরীর ঢেকে ফেলো, কালো পর্দায় নিজেকে নাও ঢেকে। কেন পুরুষের চোখগুলো তবে দিচ্ছ না আজকে বেঁধে? চাই না মোরা রামকে আজ, চাই না দিতে সমাজকে অগ্নি পরীক্ষা। চাই না মোরা দিনের শেষে স্বামীদের দেওয়া লাঞ্ছনার ওই ভিক্ষা। সেই দিন নির্ভয়া বা 2 বছরের শিশুর কান্না চাপা পড়েছিল পশুদের তাণ্ডবে। চেঁচিয়ে তারা বলেছিল শুধু, ছেড়ে দাও, আমি তোমার বোনের মতোই যে। হ্যাঁ, আমি সেই নির্যাতিতাই, সমাজের চোখে আজও কলঙ্কিত। তবে হ্যাঁ, আমি বাঁচতে জানি, কালকের কাগজে হতে চাই না মৃত। ভুলো না তোমরা মায়ের জাতি সমাজকে সুন্দর করে। কখনো মেরি রূপে যিশুকে গর্ভে ধরে, দেবকী রূপে কৃষ্ণকেও একই সাথে। এই মাতৃগর্ভেই আবার তুমি ছিলে কোনো একদিন। মেয়েদের পণ্য ভাবতে শেখনি হয়তো তুমি সেই দিন। ধন্যবাদ।
Thank you so much, Shomo. I hope by now you all have filled up the feedback form, and if you haven't still now, I request please to fill it up. Now, finally, I would like to request Dr. Antara Mukherjee ma'am to conclude the program with her vote of thanks. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Utsha. I hope I am visible as well as audible. Am I audible? Because that's very important apart from being visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, last but not the least, a very important part which I have been entrusted to play. I hope I would be able to include everyone who has contributed right from submitting poems to the magazine to conducting this program. I would begin by thanking our principal, sir, Dr. Debnath Palit, for his enthusiasm, encouragement, and support. In each and everything that we plan to do, he always has a yes for us. The IQAC coordinator, Professor Shubroto Ghosh, NAC coordinator, Dr. Nivedita Acharji, and Teachers Council Secretary, Dr. Shubhajit Ojha. We try to match up to the expectations of all of you, and we hope to do that in future. Thank you for being there with us. Faculties from different colleges. We had Shaumitrada joining us from Kaji Nojrul Islam Churulia Mahavidyalaya. We had Urpita Chatterjee joining us from Asansol Girls College. We also had a professor from Behala College. We had Shamol Haldar from Gorubeton Government College. And please forgive me if I'm missing out somebody. We had Professor Aniruddha Lahiri and Sarabjit Lahiri from BC Roy Engineering College joining today. Faculties from other departments of our college. I saw Shumana joining from the Department of Zoology. I'm sorry if I am missing out, but thank you everyone for being there with us. I have no words to express my gratitude to the contributory poets who just had, maybe they took 2 minutes to respond me back when I mailed them. And I just shared my idea of doing something with the students. From Dr. Sanjukta Dashgupta to Dr. Bashabi Fraser, from Dr. Ketoki Dotto to Dr. Shutanuka Ghosh-Roy, to Srimati Kollani Thakur Charal, to Sufia Khatun, and of course, my dear Jhilam. I am, calling dear Jhilam and not meaning dear to others. It's not like that, because even if for a day Jhilam was in my class, and I am so proud of the achievements that I see. Particularly, I am referring to her because she could be an inspiration that from the class where one can go. My immense gratitude to all the established, acclaimed, published worldwide poets who have joined in this endeavor of ours. We'll share the magazine with you shortly. What would I have done without my students? This magazine would never have happened without Shayon, Kanchon, Utsha, Orunima in particular. They have slogged day in and day out. I don't know how many times I have told Shayon, this is incorrect. Shayon, change this. Kanchon, draw this. Kanchon, this is not going. Utsha, please change this. Please, Orunima, copy paste this. I'm. If I had been a tough teacher, I'm sorry for that. But the acclamation and the good words that I have heard make me very proud as a teacher. I'm very proud of my students. All my poet students, my budding poets who are here today and who have shared their wonderful creation, please keep on writing. Keep on writing, because that is the only way to express whatever is going through. My gratitude to Anindita. I am here for just a year. I have known someone, I've known Nilanjana, I have known Shomrita, Shunrita, little bit of Shamprikta, Anindita as well, but I haven't worked with them. Knowing somebody and working with them, the two different things altogether. For the trust, for the confidence, and for the belief that yes, whatever one does, the other five would support. Thank you so much, Team English. Thank you, everyone who has joined here and who has made this program a success. Thank you. Please unmute yourself. I cannot hear you.
Thank you. I said thank you.
Right.
Thanks to one and all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Happy
much.
Women's Day to everyone.
Yeah.
Cheers to Team English.
Students, you are amazing as
amazing, amazing, awesome.
Oh, I am so sorry. I forgot to mention one very important person. I am so sorry, Jishan. The silent worker. I'm so sorry, Jishan. Jishan has been a call away, and the wonderful documentation and memories and everything, the photos, the geotags, everything we would preserve, cherish is because of you. Thank you for being there. So shall we all